Hello, everybody, and welcome. Wait, let me grab the chat. There we go. All right, so today we have a few items, not too many, because I didn't actually have a lot of time to go over the changes we made last time to actually fix the things that I have fixed and add the things that I wanted to add because I was busy with the latest video, which you may or may not have seen. But there were a few things that I wanted to do last time, and then since I didn't get any time to do them by myself, I'll do them right now, since, more fun this way. So the thing that we wanted, or rather I wanted to do, was, for one, making sure the health and shield values for some corrupted enemies are correct. So we're gonna do that right now. If I bring up Unity, all right, there we go. Now keep in mind, everything might be a little bit slow because, I'm running God knows so many programs at once. But that's all right. A little bit slow does not bother me, honestly. Also, make sure to tell me if the audio is out of whack, the music is too loud, stuff like that. Because there really isn't a really good way to gauge that kind of thing with just pre-stream checkups. Alright, so. Okay, it doesn't matter what weapon it is, but let's go with a... Where's my Latron Prime? Latron Prime, there we go. Okay, so we wanted to check Corpus Tech, I believe. Yeah, let's go Corpus Tech at level, I don't know, like 50. Let's disable that. Let's keep that at 1 so we don't fry anything. No mods, okay. So, what is the health value for one of these bad boys? Okay, I might have mistakenly set the stream as unlisted for some reason. I'm not sure why that would be. I thought it was public, but hey, mistakes were made. Okay, so to all the people that may or may not show up or be watching the VOD, anything before this, nobody saw it live because, well, I had set it to unlisted. I'm not sure why, but it seems to be the case. Okay, now which I talk about, I should actually mention in Discord that I'm currently live. People might not have noticed. Give me 1 minute, and that should be done. All right, that should do it. Okay, back to what we were doing. Okay, so I wanted to test out a bunch of stuff last time, but I said I would do them on my own time, but I didn't get any time to do so because of the video that I was working on, which is live now. You could go watch that video, but don't do that right now. Watch the stream first, or you could go do it right now. I won't hold it against you. I wanted to Nexus or Epic Droid. How about no? I wanted to do a bunch of stuff, but I didn't get any time to do them. So we'll do them right now. One of which was testing the shield values for corrupted units, which were incorrect in the wiki. But the reason they were incorrect was not because of the scaling mistakes, but in fact was because of base stat mistakes that I later found out. But I had mistakenly changed the actual scaling, which was not a good idea. And then last stream I fixed that scaling, and now we have to double check it. But it's not just enough to check and compare it to the wiki. We have to actually compare it to the game itself, which kind of might sound hard, like how do you get the health and shield values from the in-game enemies? But if you watch that last video, you'll know that there is a way, which is Frost and Equinox. Okay, so we have right here level 50 corrupted tech units, I believe. I think. Let's redo that one. I forgot the actual numbers we got. Okay, Epic Droid, I am no ASMR. I do not like ASMR, and please don't call my stream ASMR. Just don't. How about you just don't? The Frost method is with his 2. You'll see that in a moment. Oh, I guess you won't see it because you're probably just listening. Okay, so Corpus Tech at level 50. Let's check that stats. Check the stats. Okay, so let's write that down. So we have Corpus Tech at level 50. My calculator says 2,000. Wait, what? 20,000 health? Is that correct? Well, we'll just pretend that's correct for now. 20,000. I'm pretty sure it shouldn't be 20,000. Should it be 20,000? I really doubt it should be 20,000. 406.68. We'll just go with 0.7 for that. And for the shield, it should be 2,859. Health and shield. I should probably make this bigger so you can see it. There we go. That should be better. Okay. Which means half health should be somewhere in the 10,000 with the Frost method. So let's jump in game and actually see that. Let me close this. There we go. Let me do this. There we go. All right. Okay, before we spawn anything, grab Frost. All right. Mr. Frost, there we go. Now we'll need ourselves some Corpus Tech of level 50. Just go with Tech. Give me 5 of those bad boys and level 50. Pause AI. Actually, let's just spawn 1. Yeah, that's a better idea. So the method is you walk up to the guy close enough that your bubble would hit him, or rather he would be in your bubble, and there should be a wall right behind him. So when you cast his 2, he's knocked into the wall. This will do exactly 50% true damage, which is how we can figure out what the numbers are. Okay. Oh no, not his 2, his 3. My apologies. I thought his bubble was on his 2, but no, it's actually on his 3. Okay, there we go. 10,204 for health. So let's see, 10,204, 50% is 10,204. Yeah, that sounds about right, yeah. If it was 203.5.6, that would be exactly correct, which means it's rounded, but it's correct, yes. So now we'll need the shield value. I think it's 50% of max. Well, we can test that right now. Just need to wait for this guy to survive, or rather get up. I think it's 50% of max because if you do it twice, it will actually kill, I believe. I think. Probably. Possibly. Potentially. Come on, get up. He's stuck. I don't think that freeze should last so long. Oh, there we go. Theoretically, but you actually have to hit a wall with the enemy. Oh yeah, there we go. It's max HP. Just died. It's a lot harder than it sounds to actually hit an enemy to a wall, because they keep moving and the walls are not always where you want them to be. So now we need an Equinox at max rank, preferably, because that gives us a better number. It also doesn't matter if you're in day form or in night form. They're both the same thing in this regard. If you want to go calling Frost powerful because of his 50% true damage, then Mag has something similar. Excalibur has something similar. Not as big a number, but they're far more reliable. Okay, what's the number? 17,400. Okay, let me write that down. So 75% of health plus shield. What was the number? I already forgot. Yep, it was 17,400, I think. Yeah, well, we'll just assume it was 17,400. Yeah, percentage base damage is quite powerful. I'll agree with you on that one. 17,400. So, the way the math should work out is this multiplied by, so if we go with 17,400 multiplied by 1 divided by 0.75, and then reduce the health value, which is 20,407, we should get our shield value. So let's test that out. 17,400 multiplied by 1 divided by 0.75 minus 20,407, which becomes 2,793. Not exactly correct, but it is close enough. It's less than 16, just over 60, 64 in difference when you're at 2,800. What percentage would that be? 64 divided by 2793. That's about a 2% difference. It's insignificant, really. So yeah, I think it would be fair to say this is about correct. Okay, we don't have to suffice with just one test. Let's do one more on a different unit, and if that's correct as well, we'll call it good. Okay, so which enemy should we go with? Oh, I remember one of our units having incorrect stats. Let's do that one. I believe it was Elite Crewman. Yeah, let's do that. So where are you, Elite Crewman? Electron is fine. Elite Crewman. There we go. Let's change the level to about 90 this time. Okay. Right, there we go. Elite Crewman at level 90. Max shield. Or let's go with health first. Health is 5997.4, so we'll just go 5997. And shield is 15,254.5. It's really tricky because sometimes 0.5s are rounded up, sometimes 0.5s are rounded down. We'll just round it up for now. Alright, so we need a 50% value and a 75% of shield and health. Alright, there we go. So the enemy is Elite Crewman at level 90. Elite Crewman. in. There we go. We'll grab one of them. Level 90. There we go. $20,000, 20,100 with a 75% of both. 21. There we go. And for the 50% of health, we shall grab our frosty boy right away. $8,768. There we go. 8,768. Wait. 8,768? Something's not right. But what is it? Did I do that correctly? That's a level 90 and looks like 90% of health is lost. Let's do that once more just to be on the safe side. I got a lot of energy. That's interesting because if the health value is incorrect, that's a new thing because we expected shield values to be incorrect but not the health values. 8,768 once again. That is correct indeed. So what's wrong? Our health value, the full health value is around 6,000 in my calculator, which begs the question, is the base incorrect here? I thought I fixed the values for it, but maybe I just fixed the shield value. Let's see, elite crewman. Let's actually go to codex. This begs the question of values in codex. Because if the values in codexes are not 110 and 150 for health and shield, then something's gotta be fixed. Come on. Oh no, please don't break on me. Almost, there we go. Do not alt tab when you're loading. That's a bad idea. I should have remembered that. Okay. Codex, universe, where's the enemies, factions. If we go, what was it? Elite crewman was it? Elite crewman, where are you? There we go. 150 and 110. What the heck? Shield 150, health 110. Yeah, that is correct. And here I have shield 150, health 110. It is the correct numbers. So what is wrong here? Have I perchance have I used the wrong scaling for the health of corpus maybe? Let's see, corpus. Just by looking at it, I don't see anything that could be way off, but let's have a look at wiki. Enemy level scaling. Yeah, that one. Let's go health of corpus. For under level 70, it's 1 plus 0.015 to the power of 2.12. There we go. 1 plus 0.015 to the power of 2.12. That's correct. And for above level 80, we have 1 plus 3 rad 5 over 5. Where is it? Corpus. 1 plus, we've just written a corpus health curve constant, which is 3 square root of 5 over 5, 30 square root of 5 over 5, which is correct. The power of 0.55. It should be correct. How come it's not though? Will it be correct at sub-level? Perhaps did we choose the wrong enemy? Perhaps it shows a different enemy. Let's double check that. Yeah, let's do that. Elite crewman. It says elite crewman at level 90. Nothing to suggest we would have a different health value, because I don't think I've even developed such a thing. So what is wrong here? This is the worst kind of situation, because if you knew what's wrong, you would just fix it. But if you don't know what's wrong, how are you gonna fix it? Do we perchance have two different stats for the same unit, which is elite crewman? No, we do not. Wait a second. Base level for elite crewman is 16? That shouldn't be the case. Pretty sure that thing has a base level of 1. Yeah, that's probably the error, actually. Yeah, base level is 1 for that thing. Why is base level 16 here? Like, what the heck? This isn't the Corpus Tech or anything. Okay, maybe that'll fix it. Let's try that. Okay, we have to reload our assemblies, or maybe not actually. This is just the database. It does not connect to any of the scripts. Okay, so now which we have fixed the base level for elite crewman, the values should be correct. Let's pray to God that the values are correct. I hate having to look for bugs. I just like it when bugs hit me in the face and I go fix it. Okay, there we go. Level 90, elite crewman. Okay, so these new health and shield values, let's write these down. Okay, for health we have 17,645.83, so we'll make it 40. Instead of 45, I'll go 46. And for shield we have 9,391.9, so we'll make it 392. All right, so now via the numbers we got from Frost, we should have a look at the 50%. So what is 8,768 multiplied by 2? It would be 17,536. Close enough. It's not exactly correct, but it's really close. So what's the difference in terms of percentages? 17,646 divided by 17,536. That's less than 1%. That is completely negligible. We don't have to worry about that whatsoever. So now let's talk about the 75%. Let's see if that's correct. So first off, we go 20,100 multiplied by 1 divided by 0.75. Okay, and then we reduce health from that, just 17,646. We get 9,154. Okay, let's check that out. Shield 9,154. It's close. 9,392. It's really close. 9,392. That is okay. I divided that the wrong way. -1 that. Okay, that's about 2% difference. That's also not significant. Anything less than 3%, that's good enough. The reason for those small differences is that we don't know the exact level curve. Like, we know it roughly, but not exactly. It's just basically a guess at this point. If you look at these values right here, these level scalings for basically all the enemies, they are just people testing out at different levels what the value is, and then writing a function that would roughly give you the same value. It's probably something to do with these square root values, because they're pretty finicky, and pretty likely that the in-game is using slightly different ones, but it's not big enough of a difference to worry about. That's why they just said, okay, that's good enough, and let's call it a day. Okay. So with that confirmed, I think we can pretty safely say that the stats are correct. But I want to have a look at the base levels once again, because oh my god, if a base level isn't correct, oh boy. Okay, Liam says, at this point I wouldn't be surprised if you know more about Warframes than the... I really doubt that, but it is possible that I might know more than individual people that are working on the game, because, you know, it's a big team and not every single one of them is going to be that invested in the game. People are going to be like, one guy is really good at, for example, art, one guy is really good at programming. They're not going to be invested in the whole game at once, and that's probably the reason that small bugs get through. because they don't know everything, and to stay invested in something for a really long time. For example, look at Warframe. Warframe is what, 12 years old right now? 10, 12? Somewhere around there. That's a really long time. A lot of people have joined D and then left D in that time frame. So yeah, not everyone will be that invested anymore. They're invested in their jobs, of course, but not necessarily the entirety of the game. Okay, Heavy Gunner, base level is 8. I'm actually going to just test these because, dear lord, I do not want any wrong base levels. Like, just don't. That's so hard to notice because if you're not super paying attention to it, it'll just go under the radar. Butcher level 1, that sounds about right. Scorpion. Okay, why is Scorpion base level 10? I'm pretty sure Scorpion should not be base level 10. Okay, let's see. I'm pretty sure it should just be 1. Huh? It's actually 10. Why? Why is Scorpion a base? Is that actually correct? Is that correct? There's no way that's correct. Is it correct? I'm gonna test that out right now. There's absolutely no way a Scorpion has a base level of 10. That's just not possible. Scorpion is a trash mob, the trashiest of trash mobs. How can it have a base level of 10? That's higher than a Heavy Gunner. Pretty sure that's a mistake in Wiki and not an actual thing in game. No way. Can you even comprehend a Scorpion having a base level of 10? I've seen Scorpions that lower level than 10. That's just not possible. One really good way to figure out what the base level actually is to check the health value of an enemy at increasing levels from 1 and see at what level their health increases, because if we know that Heavy Gunners have an 8. So if I spawn a level 7 Heavy Gunner, okay, let's actually go a bit lower. Let's go level 6 Heavy Gunner. $150. But at level 6, this guy has 150. So if at level 7 he also has 150, that would mean that the base level is higher than that. Okay, let's go to 7. See, that was a 6, this is 7. Still 150, which means we're still under base level. That's why we're not getting more stats on the enemy, more health in this case. Let's go to level 8. It's probably still going to have 150 at level 8. Most likely. Yep. And at level 9, without a doubt, it will not have 150. I hope. Because if it does still have 150... Okay, 153. So, see? Level 8 is the base level. That's correct. But there's absolutely... I do not believe for even a split second that Scorpion has a base level higher than 1. That's just not possible. There's no way. Okay, watch. We're gonna go kill that guy. Or not kill, but we're gonna get half HP from it. And when we make it 2, it will increase. Let's see. 75. At level 1. Did it die? Yeah, it died. Okay. Okay, come on. Level 2. Please be more, or my entire concept of Warframe will be shattered. Was it? Was it so? Wait. No, absolutely no way. I refuse to believe that. Nope, that's not a thing. Okay, let's make it 5. Okay, if it's not 1, there's no way it's actually 10. Is it? Like, please tell me it's not. Please tell me it is not so. Oh my god, it is. Oh my god. How is that even possible? There's no way. There's absolutely no way. You're telling me at level 9, this guy will still have only 75 health. Or rather, 150. That's the half will be 75. Oh my god, it is. How? Why? Why is that a thing? Why is this guy base level of 10? That makes no sense whatsoever. You're telling me at 11 it will be more. Yep, at 11 it's 76. Pretty much confirms it. Which begs the question. Why? Just doesn't make sense. Why would that be the case? But why would the base level be so high? It's not like it has a lot of health. The health is pretty much one of the lowest values you can get. It's 150. And a base level of 10, like 16, which is Corpus Tech, has 700. That makes absolutely no sense to me. Like, why? Okay, apparently it is. Elite Lancer. Is Elite Lancer 15? Okay, maybe I'm just overreacting. Maybe these are normal values. Just doesn't make sense to me. The most trash mobs should have 1. Elite Lancer, please don't be 15. Ah, it's 1. Oh my god, are all the base levels in my database just fricked? What the heck? Okay, Elite Lancer, will test that as well. Elite Lancer. Okay, let's spawn in level 1. So, what are the numbers? It's also 75. Now at level 2, it should be like 76 or so. Yep, there we go, 76. Checks out. Alright, so we're finding a lot more bugs than I suspect that I would find. Yikes. I might have to do even more testing, because if you dig more and you find more bugs, there's a good chance there are even more bugs that you're not seeing yet. Oh my lord. Okay. Bombard, base level 4. Bombard. There we go. Yeah, at this point with this many bugs, we might as well call it that. Base level 4. Yeah, I'm gonna test that. I'm not gonna believe any of these numbers at this point. I'm too paranoid. When you find multiple bugs back to back like that, yeah, it makes you paranoid, alright. Okay, 150, it's a pretty round number. It checks out. Checks out, right? 300, yes. Let's make that 5 and let's see that number increase, hopefully. Okay, we should get 156, 153. Yeah, checks out. Alright, so that one's correct. If we go back here. Okay, Bombards 4 is correct. Let's actually double check the values too. 300 and 500? 300 for health. Yep. Okay, next up, Trooper. I mean, Trooper should be 1, right? If Wiki confirms that it's 1, I'm not gonna double check this one. Yeah, it's gonna be too boring. Okay, then we have Elite Crewman, which was 1. I think we tested. Did we test that one? I think we just copy pasted that off Wiki. Yeah, let's actually test that. We don't want any more wrong values coming from Wiki and ruining my good day. Elite Crewman. Okay, if we spawn a level 1 and then a level 2, the numbers should not be the same because base level is actually 1. I hope. Okay, at level 1 that gave us a 55. There we go. At level 2 it should give us like what? 58? $56. Well, as long as it's more, we can be sure that the value of the base level is the one that we just had. There we go. MOA. I mean, there's no way that MOA has a base level higher than 1. I'll double check anyway, I guess. But at this point, might as well. MOA, base level 1. Okay, that's correct. Then Fusion MOA. Is Fusion MOA 15? That seems a bit high. This guy says it's 15. I'll check it. Better to be safe than sorry. Fusion MOA, what's your base level? I'll spawn at 15. $378. That's an awfully weird number. Is that correct? Health should be 250. Oh my god, the value is incorrect. Oh my god, it's incorrect. 378 is a really random number to be half of 150. Was it 150? No, 250. So it should be 125. It's probably 1, isn't it? Why are so many of these wrong? Like, what the heck? Let's spawn a level 1. You should get a 125 here for sure. What? We got a 75. What? That means Fusion MOA's health is actually 150 and not 250. My god, is this thing just wrong? Oh my god, this is not linked to the database. Dear lord. Yeah, I'll have to fix that. Why? Just why? Why would you do this to me? Why would you have so many wrong numbers in Wiki? Okay, base level, let's remove that. Okay, where was it? Base experience, I'm not gonna touch that. Where's health? Okay, there it is. Robotic, shield, and special body parts. Okay, now if we apply that, we should get the numbers from the database. 150 and 150 for base level of 1. That makes a lot more sense. Oh my god, I've been testing with wrong numbers for so long. Dear lord, 150 and 150. Okay, this is a minor edit. Yep. I mean, is it a minor edit? No, I don't think this is a minor edit, actually. Fixed the health and shield values. How about body multiplier, though? Why is body multiplier still 2x? This thing meant to have a 2x body multiplier? Where is the enemy stats? Give me the enemy stats for corrupted or Orokin, I guess. Let's look. Fusion. Fusion? Is it Corpus? It should not be Corpus. This is corrupted, isn't it? Corpus unit. Why is Fusion MOA a Corpus unit? I'm pretty sure it doesn't spawn in Corpus units. Huh. Epic droid? That is epic indeed. Okay, let's go to Corpus units actually. Is Fusion MOA Corpus like... Why? I don't remember seeing... Okay, let's see. Multiplier is 2.x? There's no way. Is there? Isn't normal MOA a 3x? I mean, it wouldn't affect me per se because I do not have a weak spot multipliers at all for these guys. I've just set it to disable because if you hit them in the head, that's a different thing from hitting in the weak spot. And I do not have a weak spot slot just yet. Probably won't, actually, because who hits MOAs in the weak spot? They're so weak, you just shoot them normally. But I cannot stand for a goddamn second to have wrong stats in the wiki. That is absolutely unacceptable, and I'm testing it. Where is my Latron? I'll just spawn a level 200 big boy and test that out. Okay. 132 for the normal hit. What do you know? It's actually correct. That's baffling, but it is correct. So what can I do about it? It's correct. Yeah, Epic Droid, that is the case. You should really change it. Like, but why would you change it though when you want to bless? Was it because people in your region were asleep or something? Okay, so now we know that the multi is correct, but was the base level also 1? Let's actually test that too. At this point, anything could be wrong in the wiki. We wouldn't know. Fusion MOA, level 2. If the number is 76 at least, then we're good. If the number isn't, then God save us. It is 76. Good. Oh, you're part of that one Discord chat, right? The down Discord server that tells you like this region, this area, this relay in this time, show up, get a blessed. Is that what you're talking about? Or was it one of your friends, perhaps? Okay. Is the game volume too high? I actually feel like it is too high. Let me reduce that by a little bit, like making it minus 10 maybe. Yeah, I knew you would be part of that one because I was too when I was playing every day. Okay, so Fusion MOA stats were corrected to 150, 150. That checks out. Then Shockwave MOA. Dear Lord, all these are wrong, aren't they? Okay, Shockwave MOA. The values should be 90 and 120, which they are not. God dang it. Okay, let's fixed health and shield values and connected them with the database. Yeah, that's cool. Okay, to the database. Would you count this as a minor edit? I wouldn't, because the numbers are all wrong. That's good. If you like what you're doing, that's perfect. Okay, now we have 150, 150. Let's reload the page to actually confirm that it updated. Yep, updated. 150. What did you want to test next? Shockwave MOA. Shockwave MOA has a base level of 1, which is not the case this page, I'm guessing. Shockwave MOA. It still says base level of 15. Like, why would a Shockwave MOA have a base level of 15? Like, think. Why? That makes no sense. And the values are incorrect too. Let me edit that. Mr. Shockwave MOA, why are your numbers wrong? 60, 150. Wait a second. Okay, wait. That is the wrong Shockwave MOA. We have different types of Shockwave MOAs actually. Okay, 90, 120. Will that be correct? No, it wouldn't, because the wiki says 150 and 60. Let's actually cancel out of this edit to actually double check it. It says 60 and 150, but the modules say that it is 90 and 120. We will double check that anyway, but I will edit this. Actually, let's double check it first and then edit something. Yeah, that's a much better idea. So if base level is wait a second, Shockwave MOA base level 15, it's actually 15. Actually, no joking. Okay, I'll have to double check that. That sounds unreasonable to me. But we could have another Scorpion on our hands, which has really weird stats. Shockwave MOA. Okay, let's spawn at level 15. $227, my boy. 227. That's not a round number. Not to mention, it's not half of the number the wiki says. Where is it? 227? That is not half of 90. So, which means base level is not 15. It's probably 1. Okay, let's actually test that out. Is it 1? Pretty sure it should be 1. Honestly, why would a Shockwave MOA have a higher base level? That makes no sense. It's not a heavy unit. 45 for the Shockwave Moa. Is that correct? 45 is indeed half of 90. That is correct, for at least for level 1. Let's check that at level 2. So, Mr. Shockwave Moa, do you have a base level of 1 or a base level of like maybe 4? That was 46. So yeah, base level of Shockwave Moa is not 15. It is actually 1. Yes, should we check the shield value too? We could just go to the codex. That would probably be a faster way of doing all the math, because codex has got to be correct. Like, I cannot see a reason why codex would be incorrect. Pretty sure the codex would be wouldn't be like strings. It would just actually be connected to the game database. Probably. I'm guessing here. Okay. There we go. Universe. Factions. Shockwave Moa. What are your numbers? 90 and 120. Okay, they're correct in that regard. I've never seen the database of wiki being incorrect. I've seen like the enemy page being incorrect, but database being incorrect, that's unheard of. How do I actually change the database? I actually don't know. Okay, there we go. Edit source. Okay, do I just control F it? Or what? It didn't find it. Oh, there we go. Shockwave Moa. Not the Axio Shockwave Moa, though. Oh, there we go. That's the actual one. The stats, 90, 120, both are correct, but level 15 for base, that is incorrect, my boy. Okay, let's write a note. Writing a note. And do not watch this page. I just don't care. Fix Shockwave Moa base level. There we go. And fix Shockwave Moa base level. We indeed fixed the Shockwave Moa base level, and 90, 120. Those are correct. Do we have the affinity numbers? If we do, we'll check those too. I don't think we do, though, do we? No, we do not. Okay, yeah, that should be good. Save changes. Going back to the Shockwave Moa page and connecting it to the database. There we go, edit. Let's go to robotic. Remove that. Shield, remove that. Special body parts, remove that. I don't think you have to mess with anything. The rest is fine. Right? 90 and 120. Yeah, there we go. It's connected to the database now. Okay. Connected Shockwave Moa to the info box. Health shield and body multiplier. Wait a second. What about the base level? Did the base level have manual stat filled in there? Yes, it did. Let's do that too. Also, it needs 7 codex then. Just check that one. But there's a good chance that's actually correct value in the database. There we go. No, it isn't. Who cares about the scan numbers? Like, fine. Health shield and body multipliers. Health shield, scan numbers, and body multipliers to the info box. Yeah, there we go. That should do it. Save. Come on. You can do it. There we go. So 120 and 90. Now time to check, actually change it in my database. This bad boy is a Shockwave Moa. The stats are 120 for shield and 90 for health. There we go. Yep, and base level is 1. Did I actually change the base numbers for Fusion Moa? Yes, I did. They used to be 250. I made them 150. Okay, we're good on that department. Shockwave Moa stats. Oh my god, so many of these stats were wrong. Dear lord. Okay, Shockwave Moa, you're good. Levels are good. Head multiplier is good. Yep, 90 on 20, base level 1. Alright, next up, Scavenger Drone. 50 and 25. What does... Actually, let's just check that in game. Honestly, it's probably more reliable than the wiki at this point. Scavenger Drone. What are your numbers? 25 and 50. Shield and health, right? Yep. Alright, those are correct. Corpus Tech, I know that's correct. I've been testing that rigorously. Let's go to Corrupted. Corrupted Heavy Gunner. Base level 8. Sounds right. Let's check the wiki. If it matches with wiki, I'm just gonna accept it at that point. Corrupted Heavy Gunner. What are your numbers? 8. Numbers are 700 and 500 health and armor. Are those correct? 700 and 500? Yep. Bombard, base 4. Corrupted Bombard, base 4. 300 and 500 health and armor. Yep. Corrupted Lancer. What are your numbers? Reveal them to me. 100 and 200. 100 and 200. Yeah, that's correct. Base of 1. Yep. And Charger. Honestly, did I even check Charger at this point? Not like I use it. I'll check it anyway. What are your numbers, Charger? 80. Head multiplier of 1x. Pretty sure they changed that in the recent update, but I will not mess with it. Yeah, 80. That's correct. The only one we didn't check, well, actually we checked all of them, didn't we? I mean, we didn't check the health and armor for Grenier, but I don't want to do it right now. Okay, it has been 52 minutes. I think I should give my voice a 5-minute break. Yeah, that's a good idea. I'll be on break for 5 minutes. I will be back. galvanized status. First, I have to check if it's actually possible to do in-game, and once we have that confirmed, I can add that in the calculator. Yeah. So first we'll need a rifle. Give me a rifle. Fullman. Does my Fullman even have empty slots yet? It does. Galvanized aptitude. There we go. And then rifle elementalist. Can be equipped. It is independent of that one at least. How about status 90? Yeah, it is independent. Okay. Not part of any family. That's a really easy fix. Here's how you fix that. You first open the mods. Get to the mods. It's mods and rifle mods. There we go. We just scroll down to galvanize aptitude. The family name is here. Let me zoom that so you can there we go. That should be good. Rifle elementalist is probably also in the same family as normal status. Rifle elementalist, yep, family name, normal status. It should just not have a family name then. There we go. That should fix it. Let's test that out. Come on, script assemblies. Did I even change anything in the scripts? It might have. Did I though? Maybe not. Regardless, we should get moving. Oh, it is loaded. For a second I thought it's not loaded. It doesn't matter any of the things here. Okay. Galvanized status and rifle. Where's rifle elemental? This is a rifle, we can confirm that much. Should be just after status. Where is it? Oh, rifle elementalist. The name is status damage. Maybe I should just make it rifle elementalist. The status gem, nobody hasn't been in the game that long and might confuse people. Yeah, let's not give it a casual name at all. Yeah, that's probably better because when you look at crit chance, crit damage, you see status damage, you'll just assume it's one of the old mods. And you'll be looking for something that is right in front of you. Okay, there we go. There we go. Rifle elementalist and galvanized status. It can be equipped just fine. Perfect. We fixed it. I mean, we did fix it, but I will have to push this to actually be in the beta. It's not in the beta right now, but it is technically fixed. Let me give that a check mark. Done. One bug fixed. We did check these bad boys. I'll still further double check those stats at a later point. Oh yeah, we might want to double check all the units, health shield values. Yeah, I'm going to do that at some point. But we did double check the math at least. We did redo the math. That's a check mark for that. For the rest of the stream, we could make some of the easy magnetic mods. Yeah, that's probably what we'll do. So to be fair, I can't like perfectly replicate them because first of all, I haven't even done the new quest yet. But the easy ones, the ones that just give you magnetic and fire it, those are easy. I can do those. Okay, let's see. Mods. And then if we go to rifle mods, scroll all the way to the end. Mending shot. There we go. Magnetic strafe. I cannot see the max stat version, but good thing for me, I already stored some of those values. Magnetic strafe. There we go. Wait, magnetic strafe is for shotguns. Shotgun mod. It's a shotgun mod. Okay, let me open the shotgun mods. There we go. This mod, the calculator. Once I release it, if at some point I stop making updates for it, it's really easy. I've made it really easy to add new mods in as long as they work with existing systems. So for this magnetic big boy, where should I put it? I think it had magnetic and fire rate, right? Yeah, magnetic and fire rate. So there's an argument for it being right next to fire rate. Yeah, probably gonna do just that. Accelerated blast is fire rate. Let's copy rad reload. Where's rad reload? There's something like rad reload around here. It has radiation damage on it. Atomic fallout. Oh, it's actually a reload. No, it's actually a magazine mod here. Regardless, I'm just gonna copy that bad boy. We're gonna go to fire rate at the end of fire rate. There we go. So the name is Magnetic Strafe. For shotguns, we are in shotgun mods. We can confirm that much. And for the casual name, we'll just name it Magnetic Fire Rate. Yes, let's go with Magnetic Fire Rate. Yeah. Family name, is that mod even part of any family? I really doubt it being part of any family. But for now, I'll just add a stand-in. Stand-in. Magnetic FR. What's the max rank on this bad boy? Game? Can you tell me that? Max rank is 3. Funny how when you say something has a max rank of 3, it's actually 4, but you start from 0. It's like 0, 1, 2, 3. Technically, it's rank 4, the 4th rank at the very least. I don't think we've had any mods with magnetic before. Wait, we might have had one. Maybe. Other than Rivens, of course. So for magnetic, it's 60%. 60% magnetic damage and 40% fire rate. Now, lo and behold, we just changed a bunch of text in this text file, which is actually a text file, believe it or not. It's a JSON file, but the format is still .txt. So if I just load the game again, we should have that magnetic mod in shotguns right away. Oh yeah, I wanted to talk about what I'll be working on next. But first, let's check that. Let's go to Arcoplasmor, my big boy. And fire rate on reload, fire rate puncture, and magnetic fire rate. Now look at the stats, radiation, and boom, magnetic. 360 magnetic damage. Perfect. For what I'm going to do next, since I finished this video that was in production, for the next one, or rather for the next week actually, I'll probably just develop. For the next week, I'm hoping to firstly fix all the bugs. We have quite a number of them, but not too many, not so many that I cannot do them in a week, probably. So if I fix all the bugs, all the things that I want to add, not all the things that are listed here necessarily, but all the things that I want to add before the recommended rifles, first I'll add all of those, double check them, test everything, all that good stuff. And after that, I think I'm gonna make arcanes. Epic Droid, it's all thanks to you. You said, people have told you that without arcanes it's not complete, and kinda you're right. I didn't want to because I was too lazy, honestly, but it's not that hard now that you think about it, because arcanes are, first of all, they're really simple in terms of stats. All the system I have, it's just a bunch of new mod text. They'll just drop, boom, it'll work. The only part that should be new is the UI. It might be a bit finicky, but it's doable. I'll just add them right here. I'll put a slot for arcanes. You did? You called it? Seriously, did you? I gave you a pretty strong negative. Are you sure you called it? I'll put a mod right here for arcane, and just below it I'll put Exilus, but I think for now I won't fill the Exilus. Or I might not. It's not that hard to put the Exilus in there, but at the same time, if I do put the Exilus in there, it kind of tempts everyone to just put something in it, even though you probably shouldn't, because it's really not worth the time. Oh, called me being lazy. Fair enough. Fair enough. So I would have added them, just not right away. That's the reality of the story. I would have added them after the recommended series, but now I'm considering actually putting arcanes as part of recommended series. I'm not quite sure how the format would be. Like, should I just go through each mod? Should I just go MR? Wait, why is this too small? Should I just go MR 0 to 8 without arcanes? And then redo them with arcanes? Like, why would you put arcanes on MR 0 to 8 mods? Huh. That's good. What faction is it though? What faction are you fighting? Like MR 8 plus, MR 8 plus for sure can use arcanes. Like, you could use arcanes at that level. But at the same time, most MR8s don't actually have it. Like, the average MR8 doesn't actually have arcanes. But at the same time, you could have arcanes, because not only are they cheap to buy, the early steel path isn't too hard if you know what you're doing. So if I do them, I'll probably do something like this. I'll go MR 0 to 8 without a catalyst. Without a catalyst and without an arcane, and then redo MR 0 to 8 with that again, with a catalyst and with arcane. No, not with arcane, just with catalyst, but without arcanes. Without arcanes, I'll probably just make this like a super fast section, because I'll just quickly give you like a few words about it, not a long description, just speed mode. Or I might even not give you footage. I might just give you, okay, this is the build and this is the stats, boom, next. This is the build, this is the stats, boom, next. And go MR 0 to 8 for all the weapons that I want to talk about. I might even remove some of the weapons that are not that good with Catalyst, that were better without Catalyst, because the main advantage of MR 0 to 8 weapons that are like significantly more powerful without Catalyst is that they have polarities. When something has polarities, that's such a huge deal without Catalyst and Forma. I guess Catalyst plus Forma here. And after that, I'll do from 8 to, I think the highest is 16 with Catalyst, but still without arcanes. And then at the very end, like after all that, I'll do from 0 to 16 with Catalyst and with arcane. But this, just like this one, might be speed mode, because like, look, this is gonna be a long video. This is just the rifles. Oh, it's epic road. It's an infested mission. That makes a lot more sense, because that many kills for infested is really understandable. But for like Corpus or Grenier, that would be kind of absurd. So there's a good chance I'll probably have this as speed mode as well. Like super fast, like quick. Like just give you the stats screen. Like actually, now which I noticed, I don't actually have to give you the build separately, because the build is part of the stats screen at this point. Thanks to this big boy. Let me get a, not custom test, a test all for level like 1. Do I have a build? There we go, gas test. Oh, time scale is too low. Set that to 100. Look at how slow the computer is at this point. Yeah, okay. Like right here. This is the entire one of the main reasons that I created the program was making the end screens, the sum screen, the result screens. Dear God, it was such a hassle. Like so many weapons and so many stats, and getting screenshot for every single one of them, and then putting that screenshot here individually one at a time, and then copy pasting one stat at a time. That's kind of the reason I learned C#, because I did not want to go through that once again. All right. Oh, you're saying a 5 mil kill aura. You're not saying 5 million kills in total. Okay, that makes a lot more sense actually. Now which I think about it, how would you have 5 million kills? That's absurd. So how many kills do you have? Tell me that one. It's sure as shit not gonna be 5 million. Okay, so yeah. The whole reason for this program was to make my job easier. As I say, it's a tool. It's a tool to make the recommended series easier, even though if I was to do it manually, it would probably be faster, but it's a lot more fun and you learn a heck of a lot more doing it this way. Oh, just over 1,000 kills. That's a lot less than I thought. So yeah, let's do the next magnetic mod, which should be a magnetic rifle mod. So we did the mending strafe, not magnetic strafe. So next do magnetic capacity, which is a rifle mod. Well, I guess Epic Droid, you're doing good. But they're randoms, they're not going to be min-maxing. Magnetic capacity. What are the max stats? Let me guess. They're 60 and 40. Let's check. Magnetic capacity, 60 and 40. On the dot. I honestly think defense is harder than survival if you don't know what you're doing, but if you do know what you're doing, it's easier. Okay, where was I? Yeah, magnetic strafe. Let's open rifle mods. Let's actually copy this entire section. Yeah, let's copy this bad boy. And because this is a magazine mod, I think I'm gonna put it right under magazine mods. Bladed rounds, this not magazine, speed trigger, shred, prime shred, fast hands, prime fast hand. Yeah, I guess that's understandable. Defense doesn't spawn as many enemies at higher levels because survival just spams them. Like super fast. Okay, here we are. Tainted mag, infested clip. This is not a magazine mod, so it would be right here. There we go. The name is Magnetic Strafe. No, it isn't. It's magnetic capacity. Did I set the name of the last one correctly? Yeah, I did. So if we go magnetic capacity, casual name is Magnetic Magazine. I could just say mag or magnetic mag, but let's go with magnetic magazine. Magnetic mag here. Max rank is 3, right? Yes, max rank is 3. Magnetic is 0.6 and magazine is 0.4. And just like that, we have one more of the mods done, I believe. After 1 hour, they're still not low 100? That's baffling. Okay. Wait, no, we have to grab a... Let's go Excel try, yeah. Magnetic magazine right here. Yeah, 21 magazine. What about the real magazine? 48. 48 to 67. 67 divided by 48. That's 1.4. That's correct. And that 21. I usually don't do this, but honestly, these numbers are wacky. I better make sure. 60% extra. Yep, there we go. Wow, after 1 hour, you're still only at wave 25. That's pretty low, honestly. If you had a nuke frame in your squad, that would go way faster. I'm pretty sure it would be way faster. So yeah, that's the second magnetic mod we've done. What else do we have? Okay, magnetic here. What's that? That's a augment. Orthrix augment. What sort of the stats on that? Shots have punch through and barbs explode instantly. Barbs that strike enemies directly have plus radius and plus status chance. Why would anybody use that? I mean, the instantly is cool and all, but nah, it's not worth a mod slot unless it's an Exilus, which it isn't. Spectral Serration, plus damage invisible. But here's the question, is that thing part of the Serration family? Because if it is, that's gonna suck. If it's a multiplier, on the other hand, if it's an actual multiplier like faction mods, that's big deal. Primed Acuity, plus weak point damage, plus weak point critical chance. Multi-shot cannot be modified. Oof, multi-shot. Ah, that's hard. Gara, Caliban, Octavia, and Mag. Octavia is good, but not so much for Infested, because for them to actually increase Octavia's damage, they have to reach it. And because they will die as soon as it's just enough damage, they won't get the damage per hit super high. Looks like that's about it. I mean, we have Magnetic Welt here, but that's a complex mod. And I'll have to actually get my hands on it and test it manually before I can be sure. Let's actually search for Magnetic. Yep, those are the only ones you have, the 3 of them. Okay, next up, go for pistols. I actually don't have pistol mods. Do I? I do. Ah. Oh, it's empty. Okay. That makes more sense. It's empty. Yeah, I'll have to do that when it's pistol time. It's gonna be a calm time when I do this, because unlike programming, it's not very... You don't need to use your brain that much, which would be boring and annoying if it was a lot, but it's not that much. Like, most of it I can just copy paste some of these shotgun ones and just rename some mods. Okay. What do we have on my list of things to do? Yeah, Epic Droid, that's good. 2%, not bad. But 0 would be better, but 2% is pretty good as well. Wait, second lowest is the lowest 0%? Okay. Okay. New magnetic mod set. For primaries, you have 3 mods, I believe. Oh, Octavia has the second lowest one. You have 0. Okay, that makes more sense, I guess. But if Octavia gets hit, they're pretty much dead. At least Shield Gate saves them from 1 hit. Well, looks like your match is over. 3 new primary mods. 2 out of 3 implemented. Now we have to implement a Magnetic Welt. I really wonder, is Magnetic Welt part of the same mod family as those hemorrhage type mods? What was the name? The mods that turn impact to slash, are they part of the same mod set? And my 90% mending splinters on every frame and companion, including Caliban. I can. That's good. It's usually annoying to keep count of the durations, but if you use your 4 to refresh it, then you're good. But if they don't pay attention, they will lose it. Thankfully, that is not a negative for you. Implement Magnetic Welt mod. Test and implement. Yeah, that's a better wording. Test and implement Magnetic Welt mod. Check for mod family. I give it a 90% chance. Okay, 90 is a bit too much. I give it a 70% chance that the magnetic mod set, like the Magnetic Welt, is part of the same family as the guy that turns impact to slash. Because if you have both of them, at the same time, that's way too many mods that barely do anything. And it's kind of cool at the same time. I really doubt people using impact to magnetic though. Like, if you're going specifically for Corpus or Corrupted, it could be good, but I don't know, it just doesn't rub me the wrong... It rubs me the wrong way. Where is my boy? Impact slash mod. Impact slash, where are you? Is this... Impact slash... Yeah, one of the things that I want to implement is a search here. Because, dear lord, having to read through these one at a time, that's annoying. Really annoying. Where is my impact slash? Pretty sure the name is impact slash. Okay, we have Hunter Mumu here. Your vigilante fire rate, not impact slash though. What's the name? We are in a rifle. Impact slash internal bleedings. It's right after CD and right before fire rate. But why? Why is it here? Why are you here? I'll move you. You should be right next to hunter munition. Wait. Hunter munitions is actually a... Hunter munitions is a primary mod. Is this thing an actual... Yes, Surge would be quite nice. Is internal bleedings a rifle mod or is it a primary mod? That is a good question. Internal bleeding. Rifle mod. If I look for slash. What's the other one's name? Wait, do shotguns not have the equivalent of internal bleeding? That's so lame. Dang. Would shotguns abuse it? I don't remember. I don't think it being a big deal. Okay, when you look at the fire rate though, that makes sense. If they had their own, the fire rate should have been like below 1. Which would kind of make it super annoying to use, which maybe that's why they didn't add one. Okay. So let's reload that and see if this bad boy has access to internal bleeding. Pretty sure Exceltra has guaranteed impacts on if you hit your shots on the enemy instead of using the AoE. I think. Like the rocket impact has a guaranteed impact. Well, at least it does in the game. I'm not sure if I've added it to the game, to my calculator yet, because the extras have a lot of stats that I have not filled. Okay, let's next to Hunter Mumu. Yep, impact slash right here. Shotgun multi-shot would be gross for Hunter Mumu imp slash. I mean, they can use Hunter Mumu. That's normal. Imp slash though, would it be? I'm not sure. I mean, actually, now which I think about it, I'm in a position to actually add one and test it to see if it would be disgustingly good or not. But yeah, I'm not gonna do that. But why would I do that? Like, there's no reason. Just because of the amount of times it can proc. Maybe, potentially, it could be. It's not too hard to test. Yeah, it would be funny, but at the same time, it wouldn't achieve anything. That's kind of important to me, because if a video I make actually does something, that's a lot better than doing nothing. I don't want to make videos that achieve nothing. At the very minimum, if the video itself doesn't achieve anything, the process of creating it should. But the process of creating an impact slash for shotguns, that's so easy. Like, look at this. I could just do this. I could remove that. I could press Control C here. I could go to shotgun mods, got to the very bottom. Control V that here. And I'm pretty sure that will just work right away. Like 95% sure that will just work. Give me a shotgun. Corinth. You could go Arcoplasmor. Sure, Arcoplasmor has a guaranteed impact. But we'll just go Corinth for this one. Impact slash. It's still named internal bleedings because I just copy pasted that bad boy. Let's just add a bunch of impact. Yeah, Hex a good one as well. Let's add a bunch of impact and a bit of base damage. And not fire rate nor magazine. Let's actually make that a custom test. Let's go against heavies. Corrupted heavies at level 200. And actually just one of them. Get time scale to 1. Body shot is fine. Single target. Oh, forgot damage display. There it is. Let's give it a bit more time for the slash dot to do its thing. Here, we did imp slash proc, which is imp slash impact means you got an impact and then you got the slash at time 1.71. So at time 2.71, we should get a slash tick. 2.71 slash tick right there. Boom. It would be that easy, but I'm not gonna be bothering to test all that because it doesn't really matter. I removed it from the right place, correct? Shotgun mods. Yes. There we go. Skull draw. I don't even know what that is. I haven't seen the new update. I've been busy, as you can see. So yeah, we added 2 out of 3 of the magnetic mods. That's cool. What else is there to do? We fixed this one. We have to test these a bunch more. New faction, but the dead... Wait. Oh. Dedicants are units, not enemies, not weapons. That makes sense. And goddamn, more factions. I haven't even added the murmur yet. And I'm not even sure how I would add the murmur because some of those murmur guys have a... Some of the murmur units, like, they look like this. They have like legs and there's something here. No, not that one. The ones that are like 2 circles and 2 arms, and they have, I think they have weak spots here. I actually don't remember, honestly. But the enemies, was it that guy or was it, regardless, one of the guys has like mini weak spots on both sides in the murmur faction that you have to shoot right here, and then it allows you to do a good chunk of damage, like serious chunk of damage. Like your normal shot will do like this much. Just shooting that would take it this far down. The robots, yeah. But how would I make that work? Like, would I count that as a weak spot? Weak spot? When it breaks, yeah, you're right. When it breaks, it does damage, but what's the scaling on that? What are the numbers on that? Do we even have the numbers? Like, if I was to go to the murmurs right now, are there numbers on that? Okay, there's no page called murmur. The murmur. Of course. The murmur. Is there an enemy unit list here? Is it this way? Maybe. This one. The rogue. This guy. Okay, they just opened the image. Okay, I think it's that way. Yeah, there we go. It counts as weak spot, but breaks after X damage. Constructs a void drag. Whatever. Regardless, rogue Culverin. Yeah, rogue Culverin. Okay, if both canisters are destroyed, the Culverin will enter 3-second self-destroying state. Like how my god. Losing has rapidity, blah blah blah. Rogue like consists enhance all canisters, enhance all damage inflicted to them by an additional critical hit tier. So if you hit like normal, it will become yellow and such. Additionally, this weak spot will charge up any incurring weak spot damage. Okay, but only the hit that actually destroyed it will do so. It doesn't count as a headshot, however, because Culverins do not have a head, it's not possible to activate primary death hit launch, blah blah blah. It does damage, but how much damage? Do you know how much testing it would take to figure that out? Dear lord. Yeah, that's one of the reasons that I didn't implement this faction at all. Or rather, I don't plan to. Because generally speaking, not only will the builds for this thing be completely different from the normal builds, you'll have to retest the entirety of the arsenal, basically. I might do just one video talking about affinity -2. That's hilarious. Just make one video talking about how you should build for them. Like, make a mock version of them in the enemy stats and add them to the factions without going to complex steps of like adding the weak spots for this guy, and just give it a headshot of 1. and maybe a new stat that prevents you to activate, like, what was it, primary deadhead and stuff like that. Yeah, they not only resist, I think they're immune to slash procs and viral procs. I'm pretty sure. I do not have an immunity system yet, but it's not that hard. It's just one stat. So I could do a video on these, but it will most definitely not be part of the recommended series. Because they're just, well, how would I put this? They're the content island. They go to the you go to the island. Anything you do on the island only matters in the island itself. Like, if you're super good at the murmur, you're not going to be good at everything else. But the reverse is correct. If you're good in general, you all are so good here, but not the other way around. See, it's like a content island. And that is annoying. But it is what it is. I can't fix that. I cannot open the Warframe and just make new stuff. Not that I am actually capable of it, but even if I was, I wouldn't. Because it's a really hard thing to do. Honestly, if I was the Warframe creators, I probably would just, I don't know. Like, if you stop updating Warframe, it'll die within 6 months. The only reason that Warframe is still alive, it's getting updates. Like, the second they stop giving it updates, it'll instantly die. Like, if you look at the charts, it's like going down, and then update, and then going down, update, going down, update, going down, update. It looks like that. If these updates aren't here to increase, actually, it's not at the peak, it's at the tier. If these updates aren't here to revive the game will just die really fast. Like, if you look at the interviews with, like, Rebecca on YouTube, there's a channel called I forget the name, but there are interviews with Rebecca that say, if we stop updating, if we don't update, what the heck is that? The game dies. Which I think that's red. Which makes sense. Why would you keep playing a game that's not getting new content? If there's no new content, you're not going to be excited. It's going to be boring. Even though, in theory, you don't need the new content to play. You can just play all the old stuff. Like, when we're here, you have all this stuff to play, but the game's not going to get coverage because of old stuff. That's a really important part. It's about marketing, honestly. Because when you give new stuff means new marketing, new coverage. Yeah, marketing. And that is what's keeping the game alive. If you stop this, which is if you stop this, which will stop this, it'll happen. It'll die super fast. RB Disruption, Epic Droid. If you're not playing RB Disruption, don't even talk to me. RB Disruption is amazing. Disruption is the best. At least it was, before they made it a little bit too easy for my taste. But I understand, it was really hardcore before. Why? Why do you hate Disruption? Disruption is amazing. What the heck? Disruption is brilliant because it requires you to use your brain. And that is why I like it. Okay. I think we did most everything we could do. We did 2 out of 3 for this one. This is a check mark. And this will get a next, but I can fix that later. Single target. See, the Void agrees with me. Disruption is incredibly good because you can't just keep shooting at random enemies and expect to be good, or just grab a Sarin and just nuke everything. That's not gonna fly. You actually have to be strategic about it, and that's brilliant. You don't have to kill trash mobs because trash mobs do not drop keys. Okay, so why do you not like it? If you don't have any issues with the design, what's the problem then? Oh, it's just a build problem. Understandable. Disruption builds are definitely not the same as everywhere else build, because in Disruption, you just want to kill one guy. Technically two. This is the key guy, and this is the demo. So realistically, that's at least how I do it. I'll grab a primary like Tonkor. I'll grab Tonkor. I cannot draw for the life of me. Let's call that Tonkor. And that will be the key. That will give me the key. And I'll grab something like Epitaph for the actual demo. Or actually, more recently, it would be that one in Karnan. I'm sure Epic Droid will hate this, but that one in Karnan is amazing for single target damage. What was the name? I think it was... let me actually check. It is... What was the name? I keep forgetting the name. There's Latam. Yes. Latam is incredible. Or Latam. Is that how you write it? Latam. Oh, maybe it's like this. Yeah, like this. Yeah, just use something like K-Tonkor. You'll get the key with AoE damage. And then for the demo itself, you'll just use this thing and then kaboom, dead. End of story. That's basically, and also you'll want a really fast Warframe like Titania, if you have the skill to actually use Titania. Titania, I guess. I'll just call it Titania. Or if you're not particularly skilled, you could just use Wukong, which is almost as good, but not quite. There's like a 10% difference with it. Like it's at least like 90% of the way there. Wait, why they write like that? Yeah, 90%. It's literally just me being bad single target damage. Understandable. My main source are status stacking, which doesn't... Oh yeah, status stacking does not work. You're right. Something like Phantasma, which does like absurd damage, will do nothing because they have a cap on their status, like 4 heat, and it's like 4/. I think it's something like that. You can't like have 9,000/. That's not gonna happen. I'm a heavy caster based player, so Nullifier Aura makes me sad. You can fix that. If you're having issues with their nullifiers, just grab Magus Tether. I think it prevents them from using their nullifiers skill. I think their time will stop and you will not get any nullification. Wow, I'm not that fast at writing. I could test that. Will I though? That's a better question. Will I? So a build like, I think I have one. Titania Index, Titania Disruption. See? Encore. I've actually emptied this for some reason. Latam. And for melee, I would use Stropha. Maybe. Depends on your playstyle. You could use Stropha. You could go something like Riedos, that's also pretty good. You could go Satilacera, that's also pretty fast. But I'll probably go with Stropha because super fast, instant heavy damage, that's really useful. Something like this. I do have Revan, but it's not that good. Magus Lockdown. Yes, let me grab my operator. Operator, where are you? The operator. Equipment, I think it's under equipment. Magus Lockdown, yeah, this one. And Void Sling drops a mine that tethers up to 10 enemies in 15 meters for 4 seconds. Yeah, use this. But yeah, other than that prevents the Nullifier Aura from triggering. Okay, if you're really gonna worry about it that much, I could just check it for you. I think it should be doable in Simulacrum.
The multitude of creatures you have immortalized would cry out in thanks.
If you say it won't, then it probably will. Let's actually, yeah, let's go in. No, do I want to go in first? Yeah, let's go in. That guy shouldn't be a problem, should he? Yeah, probably not. Well, I think it stops their time, so there's a good chance that that is what happens. Let's grab a demo. Which one? Let's go with this one. They are really loud and annoying when you're up close. Yep. So first we wait. What's the time frame? Yeah, I think I'll have to unpause that guy. I'll make myself invincible because I do not want to worry about surviving. Okay. Use your nullifier thingy. Come on. Wait, do these guys not use their nullification ability in Simulacrum? Come on. That's so lame. Yeah, we'll have to do a mission. Fine, I'll do a mission. Epic Droid, my boy Nexus, you make me test things that I don't want to taste. But fine. Just for you, my boy, I'll do it. Because it's a... Let's actually use a different setup because I don't want my pet killing it. At low levels, they're pretty low HP. Okay, let me grab Encore. Oh, no. My ping is so bad. If you connect to me, I might just crash. I'm not only streaming, but I have to connect to game servers. That's way too much for my internet to handle. Let's go with Strofa. Which, there's Zeneric. Okay, so where do we go? Let's go Normie. Let's go for this one. Yeah, right? Yeah, let's go this one. We could go Lua, but I'm gonna go here. Who the heck? I'm not too sold on the idea because some of them do have shields. So let me actually stop the stream music because game has music as well. Do I have game music disabled?
Trick is, you gotta wait to
or this volume, music volume? No, I do not have it disabled.
before you can pull the goods.
I forgot what their deal is for damage attenuation, multi-shot reduction. Yes. Yeah, I think they do have damage attenuation, maybe? Or maybe not. I'm not 100% on that.
We can get this thing started. This isn't your regular bolt job. Alad V sold the conduits with
What?
interference.
Are you not a fan of using ciphers?
For the Tenno. Things might get a little weird.
Oh, you're talking about heck.
Conduit keys are carried by high-ranking muckety mucks. Knock them down. See what they think.
Wait, where did my 2 go? Okay. Okay, that guy's gonna give me a key. 90% sure. There we go. Is the game too loud? I hope not.
First key.
Okay, we got the white key.
Find a match.
Let me reduce the game volume a tiny bit. There we go.
Demo unit incoming. Don't let them near the conduit.
There we go. See? They gave me a waypoint. Why do they give me a waypoint? I understand, but at the same time I'm annoyed. Okay, see? Let's see the time frame for that nullification. Will we get nullified? Oh, we will. Okay, never mind that. It will not stop nullification. Well, we got our answer. It will not stop nullification. However, there's a chance the Wukongs will. Let's actually test that out. Now which we're here, if Wukongs does indeed stop the nullification, that's going to be cool. But at the same time, if you're playing Wukong or Titania, you won't have to worry about it because you don't have any active abilities. Yeah, if you're on a speed frame, they don't have active abilities. At least not ones that matter that much. You can't half test something, so might as well do something all the way. Wukong, we're disruption build. We will need disruption stomp. We'll need celestial stomp. I think it uses the same code for Rhino as well. So if this one works, it will also work for Rhino. What, are you a fan of Rhino, perhaps?
Selling the latest in asset security. Conduits. Put the key in and you can pull the shinies out. Trick is, you've got to wait to open. Something happens to the conduit before you can pull the goods. You don't get the goods. Ever. Also, the bleeders Alad sold the tech to will try to kill ya. Give that console the old bypass so we can get this thing started. This isn't your regular vault job. Alad B sold the conduits with interference routines specifically designed for the Tenno.
It's not me that activates the stomp, it's my clone. And I'm afraid it will just kill the thing before I do anything. I'll try spamming it though. What if I grab melee? Oh, it will be on melee. Oh yeah, it won't do much because it's on melee. There we go. We got the cyan key. Where's Cyan? Where's Cyan? Probably that way. There we go.
Hear that beeping? Demo unit's on its way.
Not that way. That's not the way. That is the way. Nope, that's not the way either. Okay. Do the thing. Come closer and do the thing. Is this guy stunned? Nope, it will not stop it. Yeah, it won't. Alright, we have our answers. No ability will stop it, most likely. Well, I guess it is funny because it's an ability notification, so if it was stopped by abilities, that would be kind of hilarious. How about this, guys? Will it stop these guys? It looks like it will. The Nuka Hunter, huh? Sure, I'll do this mission, fine.
Demo unit incoming. Don't let them near the conduit.
Okay, it's not gonna be from this way.
That is just the sort of behavior I just can't let go uncorrected. Otherwise, you'll never learn. Zaluka, no! What have you monsters
Will it
done
happen?
to my people?
Yep, it will happen. Yep, it will cancel any abilities that are currently active. Silence. Yes, it does. That's a good question as well. But given our tests, I doubt it would do something. You can test it. but I don't think it will disable it.
Looks like Alec was so keen to make the sale he didn't close every back door. Greed makes a person
See,
sloppy.
it didn't even give me a chance to search, it just gave me the answer. I do not like that. The Silas prevent Eximus abilities. It might not prevent this one. There's also a chance that it's not a traditional ability so much as a recurring event that's just attached to the demo units. There we go. But the fun thing about Wukong is you can carry keys with your 2, but you cannot do the same with Titania. Unless... that's a good question. Can you grab keys with Titania after you're in your 4? Like, you have the key on the ground, then you go to your 4. Can you grab something now? That's a good question. I do not know the answer to it. Oh, it doesn't? Oh well.
Same again.
Does make sense, honestly. And there we go.
We've got
End of mission.
we're getting hot shot.
See, complete mission 1 out of 15. I haven't been playing that much.
Safety's off. We keep
Oh, I have Zanuka Hunter's pigment. Yeah, it's near impossible to get all the pigments for it because it takes so long. Unless you're specifically doing everything optimally to just get Zanuka Hunter, even then it takes a long time. But yeah. That is all I had for today. My list of things to do is, I believe, empty. Come on. Come on. There we go. We did remove the rifle elementalist. We did check stats. We double checked stats. We checked the math. That's correct. We looked at magnetic mods. So yeah. I think we did everything. Yes. I think we're done here. Let me actually pull up the music again. There we go. Boring when it's annoying. It's boring when it's silent. What did you say? Let me see. I never use him. My playstyle is agility based, and I prefer glass cannons or crowd controls. Some crowd controls are good at disruption, but not all of them. Stuff like Baruch, for example, really good. Silence prevents abilities from triggering. So yeah, I don't think it will prevent that, honestly. You could test it, but I doubt it. So yeah, I think the stream is finished. Yeah, I'll see you guys next time, and thank you for being here. And as always, bye-bye.